Heart failure, it's a very serious condition. However, it does not mean that the heart has failed or stopped working. The challenge failure is actually challenging heart failure while informing everyone on all they need to know about their heart. So here to give a little further insight with us, we have challenge failure president Emily Rasinger and also vice president Tina Brodston. Thank you both for joining us. So let's talk a little bit about the challenge failure. What exactly is this?
So Challenge Failure is a nonprofit organization that our family started 8 years ago. We did it to raise money and awareness for heart failure, and we hold a 5K, 10K walk and run every year in William Land Park.
Wow, okay, so this is a family-run organization, which makes me think this is a very personal thing for you guys and a very personal reason why you started this, though. And before we dive into that, though, I would love to give a little further description. How common is heart failure, and explain what really is heart failure?
So heart failure affects 6 million people a year are diagnosed with heart failure, and that's more than all cancers combined.
Wow.
And a sad statistic is that 50% of those diagnosed will die within 5 years of the diagnosis.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so what is heart failure, though? Because people think my heart no longer functions.
Yeah, so heart failure doesn't mean that your heart has failed. It just means that it's actually too weak to function properly.
Okay.
So it can't pump blood to the rest of your body the way a normally functioning heart would be able to.
All right, so back to the fact that this is a family-started organization. What is the personal reason why you decided to start the challenge failure itself?
So we started Challenge Failure because our dad was diagnosed with heart failure at the age of 50. Okay. And we had no idea what it was. We didn't know, what the disease was or what it meant. And as his disease progressed, we kind of learned how devastating heart failure can really be. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, our dad passed away when he was 52. And so we decided we wanted to help educate other families and other individuals.
And that's so young. 52 is such a young age and so much more life ahead of him. So is your father's name Mark?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about Mark. Tell me about his inspiring story.
Well, our dad was in the service. He was in the Army, so he was a veteran. And he has 5 children and 5 grandkids, and he didn't get to meet some of them, and that's part of the thing that we're helping, want to help other families. They don't have to go through that. And our dad at the end, he was for a couple years very sick, and like my sister here, she was in New York and a CPA working for a big firm, but as she came home and saw how sick our dad was and saw that the awareness wasn't out there and we didn't know what it was, it inspired her to come home, go back to school, become a PA and specialize in cardiology. So that's why she's so knowledgeable and works here locally in Sacramento and cardiology and surgery. But that's what inspired her, because we didn't know, and we don't want anyone else to lose a loved one like we did at such a young age. And especially now, because his doctor has announced at our race that they've come so far with the research and medications that if he was sick today, he would be alive, because they've come so far with research on heart failure.
And that's because more people are paying attention and they're more aware. And the doctor obviously plays a big part in this. So tell me a little more about the physician that was helping with your father.
So Dr. Tierlink is a heart failure specialist that works at the VA Medical Center and UCSF in San Francisco, and he's world-renowned. He works at the forefront of research and speaks all across the world. And he was a really special man to our family. We spent so much time in the hospital. Our dad was in the ICU for 3 months at a time, and so we would see Dr. Tierlink and the whole team all the time.
I imagine Dr. Tierlink and a lot of those individuals that helped with your father are probably a lot like family now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we have to get the word out. Tell everybody, when and where is your event? How can they participate? And where do they go to sign up?
Please join us September 8th at William Land Park. And it's a beautiful place to have a race. And the pre-registration starts at 7:30. The race will start at 9 a.m. Family friendly, all ages, strollers. We have people in wheelchairs. We bring your dogs. So please come out and help us make this a success.
Right. And so people can register when they arrive. Can they register online now, too, and sign up?
ChallengeFailure.org.
ChallengeFailure.org. Make sure you check it out. Do you need volunteers as well, ladies?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you can volunteer. You can just help spread awareness by sharing the link online, I imagine.
Yes.
On all your social. And also participate, everyone, September 8th, William Land Park. It is the Challenge Failure. Help spread the word. Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank you.
very
Melissa.
inspirational story.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, everyone, make sure you stick around. We got a lot more to come right here on Sac & Co right after the break.
This segment was paid for by Challenge Failure.